She didn't ignore you to get away from you. She ignored you to see if you would audition for her attention. In her mind, she is the director, and you are the actor waiting for a script. Most men fail here. They double text, they get emotional, or they perform strength just to be seen. Every one of those is a reaction, and reaction reveals something dangerous, that your center is not your own. Today, I'm going to teach you the architecture of silence, not a tactic, but a shift in identity. A point where you stop orbiting anything outside yourself and everything begins to respond to you differently. Most people misunderstand silence. They think it means holding back words. But silence isn't restraint, it's density. Imagine a black hole. It doesn't chase, it doesn't announce itself. It simply exists with such internal gravity that even light cannot escape it. When something pulls away from you, it expects a vacuum, a space where your attention used to live. But when that space is filled with purpose, discipline, and direction, the vacuum disappears. You don't become distant, you become unreachable by trivial things. And slowly, without force, the world begins to respond to you differently. Not because you chased it, but because you no longer needed to. Most people are obsessed with what to do next. Should I reply? Should I wait? Should I ignore? But the real shift happens when the question itself disappears. Because silence isn't a strategy, it's what remains when the need to react is gone. Whether you respond or not becomes irrelevant because your actions are no longer driven by emotion, validation, or fear of loss. There is no performance, no signaling, no hidden message, just absence of reaction. And that absence creates something rare, clarity, not for others, but for you. If you are seen, let it not be through words. Let it be through movement, not noise, but output. A quiet morning where the work gets done. A body that is being forged in discipline. A mind that is sharpening itself in silence. No explanations, no announcements. You don't disappear to be noticed. You become difficult to recognize. Because growth creates distance between who you were and who you are becoming. And at some point, people realize they no longer understand you. But by then, understanding is no longer something you seek. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. The fear of losing someone often has nothing to do with them and everything to do with who we are without them. But here is the shift. You didn't lose them. You lost the version of yourself that needed them. And that is not loss, that is release. Because your life was never meant to revolve around someone else's attention. It was meant to be built, shaped, and lived on your own terms. Silence is not what you use to control others. It's what remains when you finally control yourself. Most people expect a reaction. Very few are prepared for someone who has none. Not because they are cold, but because they are complete. The moment you stop performing is the moment your life begins to move with intention instead of impulse. Most people never reach this point because they don't understand the deeper mechanics of human behavior. If you're ready to stop reacting and start operating from clarity, I've broken these principles down in my work, The Psychology of Silence, 21 Hidden Laws of Human Behavior. You'll find it in the description if you're ready to understand what most people never see. And if this message made something click, comment "Architect" below. Not for me, for you. The silence is yours. Use it.